Wait. Okay. Anyways, hey everybody, I'm Theon. I've been Theon the whole time. You know that. I have been wearing my Pip-Boy every day for a month now. Look at this thing. Oh my god, it is so satisfying to wear. I used to wear a bracelet before this. This bracelet was about half the width of this the Pip-Boy here, right? So that's cool and all. However, it wasn't affixed to my arm like this Pip-Boy is. So now this doesn't move around, you know. And I'm just starting to think I really don't want to shoot this in 16. I mean the 9x16. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this here. And wait, wait. Oh, you want me to change those device settings? All right. Don't usually live stream from my phone. Is that better? Are you satisfied? Ah! This is great, right? This is why I shoot actual videos at home. Okay. So Pip-Boy, I've been wearing it daily to my work shifts. I'm a stagehand by trade, right? So, you know, plugging cables in, getting my hands in small little places, like truss. I have to like undo truss bolts. You know, it really doesn't get in the way. I just don't. I had stuck it in truss, and it still works just fine. So I don't know. It really doesn't get in the way. I've had people ask, doesn't that thing get in the way for you? And I asked them back, should it? Should it get in the way? Do you want it to? Because I don't, and it doesn't. As for, hang on, let me set this down. As for the padding inside, let's talk about that. All right, the padding inside here. Oh, so good. I'm not wearing anything underneath. Strictly this, but that is because you'll notice that the padding is stuck up quite a bit. Remember the wristbands that I was wearing? I put the wristbands underneath, and now this. Oh, it's so soft, you guys. This is so soft. I really enjoy not having a script right now with this because I just can't write scripts, and I like scripts, but this is good. This is so soft, and I can wear it all day. I get home and I see there's like little impressions from the little pillowy areas, you know. But another thing, I got the a cable tied up in here. It really doesn't get in the way. It doesn't bump into things. Nothing's squishing it that I really know of. I'm able to charge it every 2-3 days, so that's cool too. And yeah, it hangs out just fine. If you'll notice the way I got it tucked in here, little stagehand secret. I'm coiling the cable, so it's coiled up underneath itself. Yes, this is on top, and it goes underneath to keep this tucked in back even more. I highly suggest doing this if you have a Pip-Boy. Wrap it up like this. Have this part on the underside of this one. 10 out of 10. It's like the perfect Pip-Boy life hack. Any other life hacks I got here? Let's see. It got really cold like 2 weeks ago. I think a week and a half ago. I'm talking like negative 15 degrees Celsius. That's like, I think it was like 5 degrees Fahrenheit out here, something like that. The knobs, the clickiness, the just even the volume knob. It's nice and slow on its movement. Well, when it was cold, these things wanted to die. So don't operate them quickly or hard if it's really cold outside. Another thing you can do is in the options, if you go to, let me navigate here. If you go over to data and then scroll over to maintenance and then scroll down to the about section. Hang on. Right. Wait for it. Core temperature, 33 degrees Celsius. So if you'll notice, you can kind of use this as a thermometer because it has a core temperature measurement, but it's already 34 degrees Celsius, almost 35. Yeah, it keeps going up as it's used and the screen is on. I'm gonna leave it on, and we're gonna see how long it. I'll keep you updated on what it gets to. It's almost at 36 degrees Celsius. That's pretty warm. It's also a little warm in my car right now. It's very nice outside. Oh, my hair's fantastic. So I don't know how hot this is gonna get. The heat might affect battery consumption. When it's colder, it technically should last longer. You know what I mean? So in hot, you're probably gonna have less battery. In high temp areas, you're gonna have less battery, but you'll be able to operate your knobs normally. Because if it's cold, no. Let's see, what else do I got here? The padding, yeah. The buttons are when it's cold. You got the temperature thing. Um, the only thing that has any animation errors, really technically, that doesn't match up is the map section. Whenever you turn on the flashlight, it cuts out the top area of the map. Notice it cuts out like a bit of it. You see that black line? None of the other screens on the Pip-Boy does that at all. And you know, everything else I covered in the last video about my bug report after 2 weeks. That's just another small thing I noticed. It's technically a bug, but I'm not going to make a secondary bug video. This is just a 1-month update. I'm wearing it every single day, all the time, and I just cannot get enough of it. I'm constantly looking up YouTube videos for other things that people have like discovered about it or any issues they're having. I've seen 2 other people that have had the white screen, gray screen just pop up, and one guy couldn't do anything. I was fortunate to be able to turn off the screen, turn it back on, and it worked again. But that guy, he didn't get so lucky. So I hope that it's working out for him. Let's see what else. The weight and my exercises. So I learned no matter how much wrist curls I do, this isn't going to get too much bigger, hence the padding inside. But if I take, I'm not going to do it right now. If I take my shirt off, I can see that my left pec, it's gotten a little bit bigger than my right pec. And I'd say that took 2 weeks to really set in. About the time my bug report video came out, I was like, oh no, it's an extra 3 pounds, and I can see what it affected on my physical stature. That's so funny to me. Yeah. Otherwise, with the padding inside and its weight, it doesn't shift left and right too much. If you'll notice, I'm gonna hold my wrist still, and I'm just grabbing this, and it doesn't move too much. At my work, I'm laying cables, plugging things in. Sometimes I'm rolling out carpet, you know what I mean, or lifting up a bunch of chairs and bike racks, guardrails, stuff like that, and it's just, no matter how much I flex, it doesn't hurt, it doesn't get squished, I don't lose circulation. There's almost no downsides to wearing this, you guys. I mean, yeah, okay. Do you have one of these? Are you wearing it every day? Do you see how worn it's getting? Here's the shiny paint. And you notice it gets really flat gray right there above my finger. That's because it's wearing down. Because I'm wearing it every day. I'm resting my arm on things, right? Look at the edge of the plug here. Oh, maybe. Anyways, it's also getting worn. Because as I rest it on things, obviously, it's gonna wear away that paint. That's one reason why I immediately tried to scrape off all of the stuff on the metal. The plastic stuff, it's a bit harder to get off. It's like lottery scratch ticket stuff. And it's pretty tough to get off the plastic. I don't want to take something to it and then scratch up the plastic frame. But, the metal was just fine. And at this rate, I'm resting it upside down sometimes because this is the only safe way to set it. The metal is getting a bit worn, and it looks so cool with the die-cast stuff getting worn away. I've got 2 scratches. One up here by the map radio. You probably won't be able to see it. It's really tiny. And the second one is over by my volume knob. No, see, they're too light. You can't catch them on camera, really. I can use chopsticks while I, do this with... I can use chopsticks with both hands. And I can still use chopsticks with my left hand while wearing the Pip-Boy. So that's nice. I can just eat noodles with chopsticks. That's something I definitely look for in a Pip-Boy. Yeah. Going forward, let's see. It's been 1 month that I've been wearing this every day, and it crept up on me. I didn't notice. I cannot stress enough how seamlessly this transitioned into my life. This thing, I didn't notice that a month had passed already, and I'm already I'm like 100% used to it. This thing is just the greatest. I sit here and I can look at it. It's perfect. It gets a little trippy because I'm playing New Vegas sometimes. Am I playing New Vegas or am I modifying New Vegas most of the time, you guys? I don't know. But I play, New Vegas at night or something, and then like I take my car to the mechanic so he can fix the door handle and the lock, and then I get the car back the next day. But I was walking home. I was walking home listening to the Fallout soundtrack, and I just like lifted up my Pip-Boy and looked at it, and I was like looking around like, oh no, it's just like New Vegas, guys. I need some water. It's getting really strange. It's almost a dissociative kind of effect that's happening right now. You know what I mean? It's very strange. I love this thing to death. Um, Software updates in the future. Let's see what we're gonna get. I've seen a couple comments from some kind of sources that in the future the KPSS audio files, so that people were talking about swapping them out, and then somebody had mentioned some official source, he mentioned that there's going to be a future update that lets you do that anyways. So if you swap out the KPSS files, the audio files, it might not allow you to do the updates. So you'll need to reflash the actual official update. If you do anything custom to it and you update later, you got to reflash the custom firmware back to it, and then you can get the next gen update, the next update for it, which apparently is going to let you add your own sound files. And then obviously some people are going to put the Fallout soundtrack on this. Got the speaker just comes out of this tiny little line. Seriously, there's a tiny open spot right about here. And speaking of that speaker being open, I mentioned in my description, I'm even washing my hands with this. Look at this. Look at this. When I walk, it sits down a little bit, but I can just wash my hands just fine. Everything's good. Sometimes I can pop it off. That's the cool thing about the Pip-Boy, as opposed to my last bracelets. I can take this off anytime I desire. And I'm just, that's a new thing for me. So thank goodness for the Pip-Boy for that, letting me take off my bracelet kind of anytime I want now. Yeah. This is one of the greatest purchases I've ever made in my life. I've talked to so many different people in my industry, and I've got a couple people sold on it. Like I was telling them, you can still buy it right now. To be honest, let's get real. We know I'm not a scalper, right? I'm wearing this every day. And I bought a second one. I'm not a scalper, but I bought a second one, you guys. I had to. Because this is going to get worn down. It's going to happen. The metal's going to get too beat up. It might start to rust for all I know in some little corner areas where it gets beat up. But I bought a second one. I had it shipped to my parents' house for safekeeping. That way they can just, hey, Mom, Dad, just store this away. I'll probably be there someday to, swap these out. No big deal. And then I'll have a brand new Pip-Boy that I can do stuff with. And also that will assure that I have a original copy of the first iteration of the Pip-Boy OS software. I didn't back it up before I updated, because when you download from the update on their website, it's technically the first update. So if you want the original Pip-Boy OS files, you have to get that from one before it's updated. And I'm going to have a copy of that, don't you worry. Might even host, that sounds like something I'll do. I'll probably get all of the, the OS things, keep them updated and in order, and host those on archive.org for anybody to download, any version of the update. That's a really good idea. That's definitely what I'm doing. The Pip-Boy, oh my God, every day for a month. You want to know how it's going to go every day for a year? It's going to go the exact same as this last month has. And, yeah, I just realized that I didn't have Put It In playing this whole time. I could have had that on in the background. Oh, well, it would have been more appropriate to have Fallout music anyways. But then, copyright struck. Yeah. I don't know what else to rant about, you guys. I've been wearing this every day for a month, and it has been the coolest month of my life wearing this. It's surreal. It's almost dissociative. It's almost prophetic. Because one of the first things I did is I tuned into NPR radio, and man, the politics coming through a Pip-Boy is really just, it's really concerning when you hear about the United States wanting to annex Canada after you get your Pip-Boy. What's one supposed to do with that, you guys? What are you supposed to do when you get your Pip-Boy? One of the first things you hear is the U.S. wants to annex Canada. That's not good. Oh, that's not good. So, at that rate, I really highly suggest you get your own Pip-Boy and get ready for the apocalypse, because 2077 is going to sneak up on us, man. It might be 2027 for all we know. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm done ranting. 1 month every day. This is so good. It came up on me so quick. I didn't even notice. I was like, oh, geez, I got to do something. Let people know it's been a month. I might do a 2-month update. Probably will. That sounds about right. Show you guys any more scuff marks I get up close and in detail. If you'll notice how much cleaner this plastic is than the rest of the plastic, it's because it's getting worn on everything. But I can't get the rest of that crap off. Yeah, it'll probably be a bit cleaner, but also a bit more beat up in another month. We'll see. Yeah, okay. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. You stay safe out there in these crazy times. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. All right, everybody, this is Theon, and I am signing off here. Later. Have a good day.